what's happening. It's a couple days before Six Summer. We're up here at beautiful Byron Dragway in Illinois. It's beautiful outside. They're currently drying the racetrack. It's about 2 in the afternoon. We were supposed to start at 12, but that didn't happen. There's a lot of water coming up through the racetrack. So anyway, I was going to try to document Six Summer as long as we make it. Got the new trailer out. This is the first time we're using it. It's a 44-foot gooseneck. Let's go on my awning here. There we go. Okay. Anyway, car's all ready to go. So today is a private slash kind of public test session. There's a bunch of cars here. We're parked out in the weeds. And tomorrow there's a shootout, MKE takeover events, I believe is what it's called. Here's Nick Reinhardt. You guys probably remember his car. So we're testing today. What we're doing is trying to figure out a tune-up that's a little slower than what we've got, just so that we can be consistent this week at Six Summer. So let's see, goal, we're only running it to the 8th until we have to run it through the quarter, but the goal is going to be, let's try to go, I don't know, 420s or something like that in the 8th, which should cruise along like a 630 in the quarter, and get that tune-up nailed down, be able to build the traction control profile for that, and then hopefully one and done every day. That's my goal. So, and survive this event, because it seems like the last time we were here, we were pitted way up there and we ripped the roof off about right there at where are the scoreboards, right down there. Yeah, we ripped the roof off of the scoreboards. So, let's see how they're doing with a lot of cars here. But let's see how they're doing with the racetrack here. It's very windy today. Let's see. We got, yeah, they still got water coming up. They've been really focusing on, like, there's a whole bunch of people standing down there working. They've been really focusing on trying to get the water out of here. So we drove through like basically a tornado last night. Let's see what else we got. It's a beautiful day though, so that's exciting, and it's not that hot. But yeah, the new trailer is working out really good. Really happy with this thing. So it's a 44-foot gooseneck, pro awning, worked out really well. Feel pretty fancy. But yeah, no changes really to the car. Just same as it's been. So I'll update with some video on testing today and whatnot, and then hopefully just try to get some videos out throughout the week. Alright, so it's day 2. We're still at Byron. We had a little bit of a catastrophe yesterday. Cracked a windshield. So that was cool. I think Byron hates us. I think we got bad juju here at this racetrack. So, but anyway, we got the windshield cut out. The dude came out and cut it out with this crazy looking tool. It didn't make a mess or nothing. It was perfect. Something he ran with a drill. Pretty awesome. So, we got a windshield being delivered here in about 10 minutes, which is very exciting. Stock glass. When we get home, we're going to build some supports from here to here and put a piece of Lexan in this thing, because I'm just sick of this stock glass stuff happening. But anyway, we finally made it down yesterday, which I'll put in this video here in a minute. And it wasn't very fast. I think we went on a 441 and a 126 60 foot or something like that. But we at least made it down. We signed up for their shootout, and they just called for first round of qualifying. As you can tell, we are not in the position to go do that at the moment because of this missing right here. So we're going to be spectating for a little bit until we can go for a second round of qualifying, hopefully. They said we're going to let this sit for about an hour, so in the sun. So we're going to do that and hope for the best. But I'll go over some data after we make a run and get in the shootout, and we'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so the new windshield's in, made a pass, everything, windshield's still in. There's, the tape lines are still on it. Anyway, finally got down this racetrack. It's been a struggle. And went, what we got here? There we go. 115, 287, 423, 177. I pulled a bunch of power out of it. So I was targeting a 22, so I missed a little bit, but we're close. So I just pulled the data from it and on a trailer. The racetrack is a little tricky here. I shouldn't even say a little tricky. It's very tricky. Kind of hard to see all this stuff. Let me just get rid of some of this shit. So take a look at. Let's get rid of some of this. There you go. Okay. So this purple line is the front shock. Let's get rid of the G meter too. Purple line is the front shock, right? So zoom in. These are bumps. You've got the front tire hits, drops, then the rear tire hits it, drops it, continues to extend. So these are bumps on the racetrack, and this is what we've been fighting here since we've got here. So yeah, we finally made it down. It was not very fast, but I think it's a great starting point to be at. I had a lot of power out of it, and I had the dump valve open and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So we are going into E1 shortly, I'd assume. Unfortunately, the guy that we were next to, I don't recall his name, he hit the wall pretty bad. He's okay, he's out of the car. But it took a little while to clean up, and now they're finishing the qualifying round 2 that we were in now. So anyway, I'll get some video of the car making passes, and we'll carry on. It's day 1 of 6 summer. Yesterday we just went through tech, looked over the car, changed oil, whatnot. So we are painted, ready to go. Right now they just called ABC Slick, and we're up after them. So they've already ran a bunch of the 850 cars. Looking to be a beautiful day. Lots of people here. We're hoping that we can make it off of the property here. So I'll videotape the run. We'll kind of go over what we did afterwards, and then hopefully hit the road. All right, so here we are at Byron. We just made a pass, day 1. Went 648. It shook the tires at 1.4 into the run, and we're gonna take it though and hit the road. So we're doing our changeover here. Car's up on air jacks, and we're stripping some stuff. Already checked valve lash, and I'm fixing to pull the trunk lid off of this bad Larry. Here, let's go put this thing over here. All right, there we go. There we go. So now what we got to do is just pull a carbon panel out right here, put the fuel cell in, and hook up our fuel level and our fuel pumps. Change injectors, or change tune-ups for pump gas, and then change tires and hit the road. Day 2 we're at Cordova. We're already started to swap over, and it like explodes out of the trailer. We're pretty early. We got here right at 7:05, something like that, 7:02. There's Dave Schroeder. He made it. Went 6:07 yesterday. Alex Taylor. Schroeder's flying. If he keeps it together this week, he's going to be hard to beat. We're doing a swap over. Just took a piss. And, you know, normal stuff. We didn't have any problems yesterday, really, with anything. Got some oil, a little oil leak, but nothing major. So we're going to start swapping this thing over. All right, we're on day 3. It's raining. They pulled the plug on Tri-State because of the rain. So we are about 75 miles in on the drive, which is 210 miles today. Girl's doing pretty good in the wet. It's filthy. So like you can see, it gets everywhere. So hopefully all the guys that complain about not having a street car see this part of this video while they've never driven the things on the street and realize that this is a street car. So here we go. We got somebody coming. Look at that. We got some hot rods. We're in this is Iowa. Yeah, no, we might be in Illinois. There's another one. There's some more. Yes, we got some cars coming through. Cool old truck, Mustang. So I think we're about 10 miles from the first checkpoint. I think I see a robbery in progress. I do. Yep. There's a robbery in progress on site. I feel bad for the victims. So anyway, we're gonna keep on keeping on. There's cool cars all over the place. This is what makes the, now granted the rain isn't great, but this is what makes it the most fun. Hey, there's our women. They're probably gonna blow the horn. Yeah, there they are. So, I thought they should have been in front of us by now, but oh well. All right, we're gonna press on. Josh, what do you have to say to Daniel?
Fuck Daniel.
Why fuck Daniel?
And his over tightening oil filter ass.
So basically, he ain't shit. He ain't shit, but a bitch. Okay.
And now I'm covered it.
And that fucking wouldn't have happened if he didn't over tighten the oil filter too.
It seemed tight the whole way because
because there ain't no goddamn oil on it.
The O-ring stuck.
Okay. So it's day 5 of 6 summer, and things are looking not so bright. Ding! So,
now the fogging blazer.
some stuff broke.
That's Anthony
I'll put the
Brown.
video
Brown has
up
done a
here
great
and
job to
explain
help
it.
control the mosquito population at each and every racetrack he's gone to.
Broke the rear gear,
for Brown's entry. On the opposite side of the
and then locked up the rear end, and then broke the shock mounts over here. We've been working on this thing, getting it. There you go. Broke both the shock mounts, and rear end stayed locked up, and then just spun and Josh did a fantastic job keeping it out of the wall as much as he could. That could have been way worse. So it's not too bad. Dayton, if you're watching this, sorry, buddy. I'm gonna need you to fix this for me, or Larry Jeffers, if you're watching this, and we'll take a new front clip if you want to help. So the drive shaft broke, thankfully. But this wasn't a drive shaft fault, drive shaft failure problem. Looking over the data, it appears that the bump in the racetrack on the right-hand side, the right lane, caused it to shake. And you'll see in that video, it
1160 to
off the tire.
119 on the right-hand side.
And in the data, you see when it lands, it breaks. So, so anyway, we were in second overall. I don't know. That probably puts us in 4,000th overall. Who knows? But we're done. We are loading up. We're in the staging lanes. Hundreds of cars here. There's my truck in the way. Yeah, it was on path to go like a 21. Probably would have put us first overall. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, but whatever. All right. Oh, and then look, here's Steve Morris. Hey. Okay. See ya. All right, so we are back from Summer 26. I'm sure everybody already saw, but I'll, in the video, I'll show you the video I've got of the wreck that happened. We are already stripped apart. It's Sunday, so we got back at Saturday night, like pretty late, and we got everything apart here. So engine's out of it. The engine's out because the motor went to 9,800. And I'm just gonna bring it to Scott and have him look it over. Stripped everything out of it. There's still obviously tons of stuff in it, but what we needed to get the engine out of it. Transmission was just gone through by Johnny at Rosler. It was flawless, and then this drivetrain failure happened, and I think it wound up breaking something in the tail shaft. So we're gonna send it back in just for good measure, because I don't want to put it all back together and then we have a transmission problem. So everybody saw that a drive shaft broke on the live streams and the videos that were posted and whatnot, and the pictures of me carrying a drive shaft. And people kind of were wrong about this. Oh, a drive shaft failed. No, a drive shaft didn't fail. A drive shaft did exactly what it was supposed to do. It's worked as a fuse. So Gulf Coast Drive Shaft built this drive shaft. They will be building the next drive shaft for me. They're fantastic, very happy with their product, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do. I can tell you from experience what happens when one of these doesn't break and you have a driveline problem. And I'd much rather this thing be in two pieces than if it didn't break. So, crazy thing is that it actually sheared off, look at that, the U-joints as well. Both ends, snap the U-joints off. So those are Niabco 1480 U-joints. They're supposed to be the best U-joint in the game, and it broke them. Here's the yoke. Here's the other end of them. Here's the other end of it on this one. So there's the U-joint still in the yokes, but snapped off of the drive shaft. So this thing, rear tires were spinning around 130 miles an hour, and they came to a dead stop. So let's go through the chain of events that happened. There's my light. There we go. In there's the broken pinion gear. So the broken pinion gear locked this thing up. I mean, completely locked up. I cannot turn it. If those wheels and tires couldn't turn it at 130 miles an hour, my hands ain't gonna turn it either. So when it locked up, so here's the chain of events that happened so that it's understood. I have data to back up what I'm saying. So car's going on the racetrack, shock sensor in the front, both shock sensors. You see a bump, okay? Then you see another large bump in the back. And then you see the drive shaft stop, just flatline. Like the drive shaft's going up, flat, down. So it also broke the shock mounts. So it's not a fault of the shock. It's not a fault of the shock mount. It's what happened was when it locked up. When it hit that bump under a whole bunch of load, it broke that pinion gear. That pinion gear broke and stopped the tires from spinning. I hate to say this, we won't be going back to 6 Summer unless we know Byron fixed that racetrack. This has been going on since 23. We've had to deal with this bump in the racetrack since 23. And maybe it's just us. I don't know. It happened to be all the other racers we talked to about it as well that always struggle and shake and whatnot to get over it. But we're not coming back. Sorry. Love the facility. The people are great. Love the event. 6 Summer is a fantastic event. But it's probably my favorite event of the year, but I'm not going back if that's still going on. So this is roughly, this is going to wind up being about $30,000 in damage. $30,000 in damage. And I just can't afford it. So just being honest, can't afford to be doing this. And especially when the facility knows it's there and they've known for years and they don't do anything about it. So I'm out on it. Sorry, we won't see y'all next year at 6 Summer unless they fix it. So we are, I've already been talking. The beauty of working with great companies like Motion Raceworks and Mark Williams and Gulf Coast Drive Shafts and Race Tech, Adriana from Race Tech reached out to me right away and she's like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, we're okay. Josh is okay. I was able to walk away from it no problem. And, in part due to those seats. And those seats were killer the whole week. Very comfortable. But the reason why you work with good companies is so that when something like this happens, they're there to help you. They're there to support you. They're there. And it doesn't mean monetarily. It doesn't mean that there's support or anything like that. It means a lot to me, at least. And the reason why we keep doing this is, we know there's people rooting for you, and we know that there's companies behind you supporting you. So I'm going to order the exact same shock mounts. That's okay. Me and Doug and I have been on the phone talking. I think we're going to put a different. This is a Mark Williams set with this is a 9.5-inch gear. We're going to have to go to a 10-inch gear. Bumps in the racetrack happen. That one obviously is huge, but bumps in the racetrack happen. We're going to a 10-inch Pro gear. This is a 9.5-inch Pro gear. We're probably just maybe, I don't know, whatever. We're going to try to do everything we can to try to make this thing live, because this is not something that we can deal with on the side of the road. This is not something we can deal with in between rounds. So, yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for checking us out. 6 Summer was a good time until it wasn't. The bummer is I think we're, last pass there was on track to probably run like a 25 to a 21, somewhere in that, where 621 to 625. We were poised to take the overall. We were about 900 feet away from finishing the event. So that's the way drag and drive goes, though. It's not over till it's over. And like I said in one of the interviews that I did, there's a bunch of guys kind of celebrating at a gas station about 4 miles away from the racetrack. And I said, "But we ain't there yet. We didn't cross the finish line yet, and it's true. Maybe I spoke it into existence." So anyway, thanks for peeping us out, and we'll see you later.